Oh, what happened? Hey, good morning. Welcome to Morning Movement and Mobility. I just did something weird with my Instagram Live. So it's going to take me a second to get it organized. So over here, just so you know, this is for your YouTube Live and Facebook Live viewers. And I don't know what I did with Live, but I did something weird when I hit the button. So we'll just take a second and we'll get rolling. Thanks for your patience. I want to say thanks to you replay viewers for being here. And I think sometimes when I press the button, I accidentally slide it. All right, there we go. Checking the connection. Do I got to take my watch off? Hey, okay. Again, we got Instagram Live going now. So want to say welcome to you all again to Morning Movement and Mobility. Got another live session for you here. Down here on my right, we have the Instagram viewers. And again, over here in front of me, we have Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Again, thanks for everyone for being here. Thanks for replay viewers for being here. And let's get rolling. So we're going to again start with our standing like a tree, just a quick 1 minute standing meditation to bring us into our training for today. So you want to stand with your feet hip widths apart, toes pointing forward, not out to the side at all, straight ahead. Gently bend your knees, squeeze your glutes just a little bit to brace your pelvis, your hips, and then hold your arms out in front of you like this, as if you're holding something in front of you like a beach ball or something. Imagine your spine is getting stretched. You want to lengthen your spine. Breathe through your nose, soft gaze, and we'll go for a minute here. If you have thoughts, just let them come through as if they're clouds across the sky. Just notice where you might be feeling some stiffness today. Acknowledge it. You could even breathe into it a little bit, just to let it relax. Nothing you need to do. All right, great. There we go. 1 minute of standing like a tree. So now swing your hands behind you and just put the back of your hands in the small of your back and rock back and forth just a couple of times. Just connecting to the ground, to our legs, and then side to side. Nice and easy. And then some hip sways here. And then hip sway, or this is more like hip hula dancing. Go the other direction. Sometimes I just move into the next movement and I forget to cue you on it. So thanks for your patience again with my absent-mindedness sometimes. All right, there we go. Today I'm feeling some shoulder needs. So we're going to go straight to shoulders today. Just doing some shoulder rolls. You're just rolling both your shoulders backwards. So you kind of shrug up and then drop your shoulders. Shrug up and drop your shoulders as you move them back. And then go forwards. Just looking outside my window here. And we had about 6 inches of snow last night. Keep rolling forward like that. It's a little bit on the cooler side. My office is chilly today. Now we're going to do shoulder rolls backwards, but we're going to alternate shoulders, left, right, left, right, left, right. This is actually, if you do this on the ground and you try to pull yourself with your shoulders, it's a great thing to help loosen up your shoulders. Now go forward like this. Yeah. Awesome. And one of the ones I just like doing these easy arm swings like this. This is actually, can be a dynamic stretch. You give it a double pump at the back. You just want to be careful right now, early in the morning, that you don't overdo it. Yeah. Awesome. Give a couple of just up and down here as well. I did some bench pressing yesterday, so I guess that's making my shoulders feel a little tight today. So we're going to do a little bit of those. Oh, and let's do this one too. Just to get the wrist, elbow, and shoulder moving a little bit. So the palm, your palm is up each time, but it's really up that time. But your goal is to get your palm up this time. So this is called, if you're rotating your shoulder that way, this is internal rotation of your shoulder muscle. You're going from internal, and then this is external. So you're just rotating that shoulder joint back and forth. But by swooping it in and out, you get the elbow as well. Let's do the other side. There we go. So today we're going to do the Tibetan 5 rights. Tibetan 5 rights. That's what it is. I was wondering if those words were organized in a different way, but it didn't make sense to how I'm organized in a different way. So Tibetan 5 rights. We're going to do those and a couple other different exercises today from our sun salutation. So if you're hoping for the sun salutation today, I'm sorry, we will not be doing that. We will do it tomorrow though. So come back tomorrow to do the sun salutation. All right, let's a quick opening and closing of the hands. We don't want to neglect the hands. They're so important for just doing things every day, right? How many different things do you do with your hands? Drive the car, eat food, open packages, brush your teeth, comb your hair, shave, and endless things that you do with your hands. You want to make sure that those joints are getting lubed up, and those finger joints are getting lubed up and are getting some loving, right? And then palms together, some wrist curls. So interlace your fingers and press your palms together, and then just do some circles counterclockwise. For whatever reason, I always start counterclockwise and then clockwise. That's habit. So put more intention into the activity. You can mix up how you habitually do things. Now, separate your palms and keep your fingers interlaced, and then just do a few more. And again, I started going counterclockwise. Part of this is I'm talking to you. Now go clockwise, and it's just a bigger range of motion there, I think, that you're getting. Okay, awesome. Hips. So again, from the side, so we have this is when we thrust our hips forward, we tilt our pelvis back. And then when we stick out our butt, we tilt our pelvis forward like a bowl, right? Forward, backwards, forward, backwards. And then we go to the side. This is actually like, yeah, I'm going this way, like that, tilting. So then we do this in a circle. So we thrust to the side, back, side, thrust. Then go the other way. We're just reminding our pelvis that it's not supposed to be stuck in any one position. A lot of people get stuck in this position, forward tilting pelvis, and they walk around and they wonder why they have back pain because their back is always in this crazy arch position. Other people, and this was me, well, I kind of would used to I would walk around my pelvis, this portion of my pelvis would be pushed forward. But then other people their pelvis is pushed backwards and they sort of look like they have this scrunch and they walk around like that. Anyways, this is why we do these exercises, to free that up and to feel where our pelvis is supposed to be, which is supposed to be flat. Okay, so let's move on to the Tibetan 5 rites here. So there's 5 exercises, and we're only going to be doing 3 of them. The first one is really, it's the easiest one to do, I think, but it's actually also the most challenging because it makes you dizzy. So you're going to stand with your arms held out to your side like this, and you want to pick up. You're going to spin clockwise in a circle. We're going to do this 3 times. So pick a spot on the wall or something, and you can look at and keep your eyes on it for as long as possible, and then spin your head around and come around. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. Even 3 starts to get me dizzy. So that's the first Tibetan rite. And that one is for getting all of your spinning chakra vortexes in order. You have 7 chakras. 1 is down here at the base of your spine, and they rise up to your crown. Now, I'm not super familiar with the chakras and what each one is. I'll look into that for you and come back with some info on that the next time we do this. At least I will try to do that. But there are these 7 chakras. So by the spinning, we're lining those chakra vortexes up. And so we're starting with 3 and building up to 21. This will happen over a long period of time, but because this is something new, just starting this week. I'm going to throw these in here every couple of days or something. All right. So then the next, all right, I don't know what the name of this one is, but you lie on your back. And then there's 2 ways to do this. The easier way is you're going to raise your head and your legs at the same time, like this, arms with palms down, inhaling. While you do this, you're going to do this crunching movement. The more difficult version is to raise your legs. Exhale when you go down. Try and move your upper body. You tuck your chin a little bit, but try and move your upper body as a block from your chest up. You want to move as a single block. Inhale on the way up. Really try to squeeze that. 1 more. Okay, that's the second Tibetan rite. This is a little bit different. You don't have as much of the flexibility movement. So we're going to do a little bit of that after this. So this third Tibetan rite is you are on your knees, your toes curled under. Take your hands and push them on the back of your thighs and squeeze your glutes. Look back and breathe in as you look back. Be sure to squeeze those glutes. 1 more time. And last one. Excellent. Then we move on to, I'm sorry, I have the order messed up in my head. So there's the last two. We're going to do this one first. I'm pretty sure this is the one that comes first. So you have your legs straight out in front of you. This is like the thoracic bridge. And you're going to have your fingertips. You're going to be supporting your kind of your upper body here on your hands. And they're going to be about where your bum is sitting on the ground. And you're going to have your fingers pointing towards your toes. So this is where it's different. But you're going to come up into this thoracic bridge like this. And then back down. Just going to do 3 of them. Just go as high as you can. You'll definitely feel the stretching in your shoulder here. One more. Like that. You want to look back too. Just let your head kind of move naturally with the movement. And then the last one is the Hindu push-up. I'm only going to do 3. So you get the Hindu push-up, you push back into downward dog like this. Push your heels towards the ground, lift your hips, push away from the ground. And then for the push-up, you're just sweeping down, in and coming up, pushing back, sweeping down, and up, and pushing back, pushing down, up, and pushing back. Excellent. There's those 3. All right. So we're going to do that. Those are the 5 Tibetan rites. If you give me just 1 second, let me grab, I think, is it in here? I have a folder of stuff in here, and I wrote them down, the order that they're supposed to be in, and I put them in. They didn't put them in here. Oh, I know where I put them. Here we go. I had this whole folder on strength training stuff. 5 Tibetan rites. So we have the spin. That's the first one. And then paradoxical breathing, leg and chin raise. So that's while you're lying on your back. And you're either raising your knees or you're raising your legs straight and crunch. And doing that crunch, you can really feel it in your abs. The back bend, thoracic bridge, and Hindu push-ups. So we did it right. Okay. So we're going to do a couple of dynamic stretches here. We have our kicking. So you can just a chair, anything that you can rest a hand on for balance will work great. I have my handy dandy PVC pipe here, and we are going to begin with the right leg. So we're just going to kick up like this. Just nice and easy. Nothing overly strenuous. Do 10 of these. I didn't count, so we'll do 3 more. couple more. Okay. So then to the side, we're going to do to the side. So you want to bend your knees a little bit and push your butt back, and then the slightly bending over will help you get a little bit more. And then the other leg, do these in sets of 10. And then you have a kickback. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I feel when I do the kickback, I feel it in this hamstring here. 5, 6. Whoops. 7. Losing my balance today. 8, 9, 10. Just nice and easy with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then arm swings. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Squeeze your glute when you do these to protect your lower back. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Awesome. And then say with your elbows bent, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then with your arms straight, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Shake that out. So you want to build up these. So you're doing them in this legs, doing them in sets of 10. You want to build up to like 40 to 70. And then for the arms, you want to do sets of 5 to 8. And you want to build up to, you want to be doing like 30 or so of these with the arms. But those are good dynamic stretches for the legs and for the shoulders. So now we're going to do these. We're going to do some spine stabilization exercises here. And so there's 3 of them. There's the bird dog. There's the side plank, and then there's the curl up. We did some curl ups already. So we're just going to do 1 round of each of these, but normally you would do 2 to 3 rounds of this. The bird dog, you get down on your hands and knees like this. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Have your toes curled under. And then I'm going to start with my right hand and my left knee. You bring them together. Gently touch your knuckles to your knees and then extend like this, pushing the heel out. You're not trying to necessarily raise it as high as possible. You're really kind of pulling it up and pushing it away from you. And we'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we switch sides. So now I have my left hand, my right knee, or my right leg, left arm, right leg. So I bring them together and I extend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really push that heel. 7. Just hold your head neutral. 8, 9, 10. This helps the X pattern in your back, your opposite side movement, right? So then we're going to move on to the plank. So there's a few different ways to do the side plank. Easiest way is to do it from your knees, like this. So choose the one which you're able to do. The second easiest way is to have I'm on my left side, so have your left foot forward and your right foot right behind it, and then lift up like this. And then the third is to have your legs stacked on top of each other. And if you're really good at these, then you can lift that right leg like this, okay? So we're just going to start. We're going to do 20 seconds here. So just hold on 1 second, and then up to 20 seconds. If you can't hold 20 seconds, just hold as long as you can. Again, you do 2 to 3 sets of each one of these. You do them in a row like this, in this cycle. Okay, now we're going to switch sides. So now I'm on my right side. So I want my right foot forward in this. Generally, this is a good one to go. And then you lift up, push down into the ground with that elbow. And even if you can, think about it. Think about trying to pull your feet and your elbow together. And again, just go for as long as you can, up to 20 seconds. Okay, there. Now we're going to do a curl up. This one will not have the paradoxical breathing. You're going to lie on your back with one leg straight and one leg with the knee bent. Put your hands with your palms down underneath the small of your back, just so the tips of your fingers touch. Tuck your chin in and then curl up and go down. Again, you want to think about moving from like your chest to your head as a single block. You don't want to be rounding it. You want to be just moving it up and have all the action happening in your abdominals. And just think about squeezing them as hard as you can. 1, 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Those are the 3 spine stabilization exercises: the bird dog, the side plank, and the curl up. And what you're doing is if you imagine your spine is a mast, and you have the stays that go fore and aft and the shrouds that go to port and starboard, your obliques are these shrouds that go to port and starboard, and they're stabilizing your spine this way. And then the stays are your abdominal muscles in the front and those extensor muscles in the back, and they're stabilizing your spine from fore to aft, the abs to the front, and the extensor muscles of the back to the back. So the bird dog works the extensor muscles, the plank works your side muscles, your obliques, and the curl up works your abdomen. And this helps stabilize your spine. This is a great exercise to do. If not every day, 3 series of exercises to do. Great to do every day. If not every day, 3 days a week, because you're just protecting your spine by strengthening those muscles. So that's spine stabilization. Bird dog. You do bird dog, then plank, then then curl ups. So bird, about 10 reps there, 10 to 15 reps there. The planks up to 20 seconds each side, curl ups, 5 reps. And that's one round. And then you can do that 2 or 3 times. Now, we've already hit 30 minutes. So today we're going to end up ending right there because I have some snow removal to do before I got to take my kid to school. So thanks for being here for morning movement and mobility. It was a little bit different today. Hope you're all right with that. Just thought I wanted to mix it up a little. We did 5 Tibetan rites. We did a little bit of our regular morning start, then 5 Tibetan rites, and then we ended with the learning the 3 spine stabilization exercises. So add those into your warm-up, add them in to a morning routine, whatever it is, just be sure you're doing those things. So again, thanks for being here. Thanks replay viewers. Thanks Instagram viewers. Thanks YouTube and Facebook Live viewers. And we will catch you tomorrow. So I'm going to end the broadcast over here and end it here. And, we'll see you next time. Cheers.